Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with this VICTA 550 Pro lawnmower, which I picked up off of Marketplace recently. I'll give you a bit of a fly around of the mower, but I'm pretty impressed with it. And I've never had a Pro model VICTA on the channel. You've seen plenty of repairs on VICTA standard models and how-to videos on the standard models, but I've never had a Pro model. So what we're gonna do with this mower, we're gonna go through it. We'll give it a clean up, as I always do to start with, then we'll go through it, see what's wrong with it, and then we'll bring it up to the standard where this can be put back into professional use again and get out there and slash some blocks with it. But anyway, in the background, you may have seen my VICTA 2-stroke go-kart project. If you haven't seen any videos on that, folks, do go and check them out. There's 3 videos to start with. I'll put a link up there somewhere so you can go and check those videos out. And for those that want to see more of the VICTA go-kart, don't worry, you might be able to see in the background I've managed to tilt that engine up a bit more vertical to get it away from the left arm there on that exhaust. I've got some other parts, so there is going to be a part 4 where we get that actually fully running, and hopefully we'll do a little bit of drifting on some dirt tracks around the place. But back to the VICTA Pro 550, let's get into this and start the cleanup. Okay, so now that we've cleaned up the VICTA 550, let's have a look at exactly what we've got here and what we need to do. So I can see this big air snorkel tube is broken, so we need to sort something out to go there. I think I've actually got a medium-sized tube out in the back shed from another project that I've done in the past, so I can't see why, in fact, they fit these super large tubes on. So given I've got that other medium sized tube, not the super thin one, I think I'll use that, because at the end of the day the airflow is restricted by the standard air filter, and it's also restricted, it's got the standard carburetor. So I don't see from a physics perspective or a science perspective why going from a small diameter here to a fat diameter there and back to a small diameter is going to make any difference anyway. I can see that the black bars there are a little bit rough, so I think we'll get those bars off and we'll just give them a fresh coat of paint to tidy that up. We'll obviously give it the treatment on the exhaust muffler. I always have them silver, as you'd probably see in my videos. I will give the primer plate on the carburetor, looks a little bit sketchy, so it's going to get one of my kits into the carburetor. So new needle, O-ring, faceplate, get that cleaned up. And I think we'll maybe have a look at this deck and see if we can actually patch up a few little spots in the deck where the paint could be a little bit better. And then, you know, there's a few things like this front wheel could be better. I don't have any of these Pro Series wheels, but we might see if we can order some, but that might be a future thing to do. Let's just get this cleaned up, do these couple of things I've talked about, and then let's go for a start and see if she'll run. So let's start by draining the fuel out of the tank and just having a little bit of a look at the condition of the fuel. So it's obviously got a little bit of 2-stroke mix in it, which is good, and it doesn't smell bad, but I always like to drain the fuel out of the tank anyway. Then let's get this throttle assembly off so we can start to have a look at that snorkel, and we just pop that bolt and nut back in so we don't lose any of that. And let's get the carburetor off, a little bit tight on that decompressor there. Pull the overspeed vacuum off there, just give that carburetor a twist off of that manifold. And you know what, we will just remove those ignition wires so we can get the complete carburetor off, out of the way. So you just put that throttle in the halfway position, then that allows you to pull them out easily like that, and we can remove that whole assembly. So looking at the hardware which mounts this self-drive lever, that looks like that's pressed on there, and I really don't want to damage this plastic handle. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do here, I'm just going to cut that bolt off, and we'll just replace that with some other hardware to mount it up. But we'll carefully cut this bolt off with my Dremel. We'll remove the mounting hardware here for that cable that goes down to that self-drive mechanism. We'll get the fuel tank off, and then we'll get the handlebars completely off the deck so we can give them a thorough clean up and freshen up with the paint. So folks, it's a good job I took this muffler off because it's actually all split on the inside. So we've got to replace it with another muffler. I'll give you a close-up shot, but I've already got a freshly painted silver muffler somewhere. So we'll pop a new or a good second-hand muffler onto this. But in the meantime, I'm just going to see if we can touch up the deck with a little bit of close enough grey paint. We'll see what we've got around the place. And then we'll get into cleaning up the rest of those handlebars, get the carburetor and the snorkel tube sorted, and just clean it all up and get it going, folks. So whilst that paint's drying, let's have a look to see what we can do with this carburetor. To start with, I'd like to sort out this broken air tube. And as I said, I've got this handle here that's got the medium-sized tube, and I think that's perfectly fine for this mower. So let's see if we can get that onto this carburetor, and then we'll take it from there. We'll do a little mini refresh on the carburetor as well. So let's start by getting this clamp back here. Just get that back out the way. Just like that, and give that a wiggle off. And then if we just put the carburetor in the off position, we should be able to flick the mechanism out and just give this a little bit of a tug, and this should just pop straight up. So just like that, and then we should be able to likewise get the new one in. Let's just see if we can pull this down a little bit and see if we've got that in the correct spot. So we should be able to just pop this one in like that, fold it around, and oh, perfect, just got that nicely. And then we should be able to just pop that on just like that and tighten this clamp up. So with this medium-sized snorkel tube and that controller, we can see that that is just operating the carburetor perfectly. I can hear that. So let's now get a new faceplate, a new metal needle, new O-ring. We'll give it a bit of a clean while we're in there and get this carburetor back onto the mower in due course. So let's get this old manky faceplate off here. So just undo this screw, which is actually the main jet as well. Put that to one side because we're going to reuse that. And then we can see it's got the original plastic VICTA needle. We're going to upgrade that. And we'll just give everything a bit of a clean. It's going to reuse the float as well. Make sure this jet screw's clean. So you can see that's nice and clean. It's squirting through. Just give the carburetor a bit of a clean as well. And just open him up to full throttle. And just check that we've And a thorough clean in there. And then we can grab one of our special new faceplates, new O-ring, and a new metal needle. So what this is going to do, folks, is these are just absolute premium quality that we've managed to source here. So to start with, we drop that little metal needle onto that brass seat. We pop our float on, the float that we're reusing. Then we need to grab our O-ring, our new O-ring there, and just pop that on nicely like that. And then what I like to do is just grab just a little bit of silicone spray and then just come around the edge. That's just going to help it slide in to that carburetor housing just nice and easily, because then we're going to hold that float up so the needle doesn't fall out, and just pop that into the carburetor. Just like that, folks. That's all you need to do. And you can see straight away this faceplate is a perfect fit. And just being sure we don't cross thread that jet as that's going in. Just line that up so it's perfectly horizontal. And tighten that up all the way. And you can see, folks, I'll just show you what a perfect fit this absolutely is with this faceplate combination. Unlike the cheap rubbish which you typically get off of eBay, this is just glorious. So whilst that paint continues to dry, let's get this nice muffler onto the mower, which has been freshly painted. And then we can just pop that top clip on. Get that screwdriver. Just like that. How good's that looking, folks? So with everything painted and we've done that little mini rebuild with that carb, let's get everything back together now. So now that we've got it painted, we've got everything back together, we've done that little mini carburetor job, let's actually put some fuel back in the tank and let's see if it'll actually start. So let's turn that fuel tap on there. Come around and give it a few primes. Go down, up and back, I don't know, somewhere about in there, and we'll give the handle a pull. How good is that, folks? Just listen to that idle. That is just fantastic. So we're swapping to this accelerator assembly. We can just make a slight adjustment there because it's just not quite right, but we've just go like this. We should be able to just back that down and get that cable to actually move. Let me pull this down here. Like that. That's what I want. Because I can just tell it's just going a little bit too far on full throttle and it doesn't seem to be coming back quite far enough. So let's just back that about into the middle, I reckon, and we'll try that again. So folks, I adjusted the throttle lever up here. However, that really didn't solve the problem with the mower over revving. So then I was actually just, having a little bit of a poke around off camera. And what I discovered is that the cap, which goes on the back side of the carburetor, on the other side of the diaphragm, has a massive crack in it. Now, the issue with that is this cap is the cap which then has the vacuum line which goes down to the engine block, which causes the vacuum when the flywheel spins and actually governs back the engine. So obviously, if there's a crack on this side of the diaphragm, any vacuum is just going to leak and it's not going to idle back as it should, and it will run away, which is what it was doing. So I've popped this white cap on and that solved the issue. So I'll just start it up now, folks, and I'll show you how it's running. So obviously that takes off like a bit of a rocket. We'll give it a test mo in a bit. However, let's get the top on now, so we're pretty much done. So there you go, folks. That's the VICTA Pro 550 done. And I just did that little bit of a test mo in the backyard, which you can see. And it's actually not as fast as I thought it was going to be. When I did that little bit of a test run here, I thought it was taking off really fast. But when it's on the grass, you hit that lever, and really it is actually a gentle walking pace behind this machine. And you could really see it was really throwing out the grass to the side. So it's truly a wonderful machine. Now, if you have made it through this far in the video, folks, do consider joining as a member. I've kept those membership levels really low. It really is only a couple of dollars. You can check out the features, but it is just going to help me make more of this content for you folks. And on those membership levels, you do get access to the DrewFixIt emoji if you want to use it, and you do get access to early videos. So, if you do that, it'll just help me out that little bit. But on the channel, you're also going to find a bunch of DIY maintenance and repairs, not only on lawnmowers, but we also do things around the home, and we also service and maintain a number of vehicles. So on the channel, we've got the Mercedes ML Class, the Audi A3, the Mazda 3, occasionally a little Holden Barina pops up, Toyota Corolla, and even a BMW. So there is really something for everyone on the channel. So anyway, if you have liked the video, give us a like and drop us a comment down below. It's truly appreciated. And if you're interested in any of that content that I've mentioned, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But until next time, have a good evening, folks.